You're not the problem, and you never were. The real reason why you are depressed is because you currently exist within a world that was built and is controlled by parasitic systems and entities that are draining your life force. You're in a global, generational trauma bond. Let me explain. They've gaslit you into believing you are the problem for not perfectly fitting in to their system that was designed to manipulate, control you, and keep you disempowered. They tell you that you're lazy, that you just don't want to work. There must be something wrong with you, not something wrong with society or the way that things are. They pump you full of medications to numb you, to try to program you into their system. You have to take this pill just to get by every single day because deep down in your soul, you know that you're not truly living. You're barely surviving. Going to work all day, every day, and coming home just to stare at a screen, play a video game, scroll your phone, watch TV. None of this is living. You're barely existing at this point. They are using your brain chemistry against you to keep you distracted as you search for these micro hits of dopamine because it's the only way that keeps you functioning day after day. You're depressed because the food that you're eating isn't even real. It's filled with all kinds of chemicals, preservatives, poisons. It's genetically modified. It's altering your DNA. You're so detached from nature. Humanity's so detached from nature when nature was created to provide for us. Nature gives us all of the resources that we need. Food, water, shelter can come from nature. Yet, these are all things that we pay money for in the parasitic system. These resources that our planet was meant to be abundant with, that have been exploited for profit by the very people, the very entities, the very systems that also exploit us. We trade our most valuable resources, our time and our energy, for money, worthless paper, imaginary zeros inside of a bank account that truly have no value. As human beings, our time and our energy are the most valuable resources. And our captors recognize that, which is exactly why they want to keep us distracted with these screens. They're constantly training the algorithm. They're tracking every single move you make as you scroll on your screen, showing you this might interest you, that might interest you, because they want to keep you distracted. That way you don't wake up and see just how corrupt the system is. They don't want you to recognize that they're draining the life out of you. They don't want you to recognize that they're poisoning you. That fake food that they're feeding you, it makes you sick. Then they make more money off of you being sick. You would think that your handlers would want to keep you alive and well, but they don't. If you die, there's just someone to replace you because all you are is a number in their system. Your social security number is quite literally your ID marker. That's your entire identity. You are a number. It's proof that you belong to your government. Your birth certificate, the receipt that you are their property, that they did buy you from the moment you were born. They'll make money off of you when you die too. Your family will go into debt as they try to pay for your funeral or your cremation. Cremation's probably going to be your cheapest option, but your family's still looking at anywhere between $1,000 and $7,000 depending on what kind of cremation, if there's any kind of services, whether or not you come back in a box or an urn. If you want to have a traditional funeral, which is what they're going to try to sell you because that's what they make the most money off of, you can expect your average to be at least $8,000 because that's what the average funeral here is in America. Your shelter. Everybody dreams of buying a house, but let me tell you the truth. As a homeowner myself, you'll never own that house, truly, because you're going to be in debt to the bank for decades. You don't actually own it. Sure, you can paint the walls. You don't have to answer to anybody else on whether or not you can have a pet, or you can host a party or host a relative that comes to visit. You don't have any of that, but you don't actually own your house. The bank owns your house. You're still just leasing it from the bank. And after those decades of payments, if you do manage to pay off the house, you still have property taxes to pay. You're still going to have payments on it. And if you choose not to pay those taxes for the land that your house sits on, the government will come and seize your property. It's never truly yours. And the funny thing is, human beings can't actually own land because the earth is unownable. The earth will continue. She was here before we were. She will be here after we are. She can't be owned. She can't be tamed. But we have fallen into this illusion. We have been trained to believe this illusion that things can actually be owned here on earth. Which we're owned. Americans say that they're free, but we're not free. It's modern day slavery, whether people want to recognize it or not. This is capitalism. The suffering that you're seeing right now, struggling to pay your bills, people struggling to eat, people not being able to afford their housings, being priced out by all of these companies that are just buying up all of the real estate to rent it out at enormous prices where you need 3 times the income to even be able to qualify with a decent credit score. This is all a result of capitalism. We're in late stage capitalism right now, and it can't go on forever. It eventually collapses. You can't have infinite growth when it comes to finite resources. You've never been the problem. If you are struggling in life right now, if you are struggling to get by, struggling with your mental health, it's not you. It's this world that you were forced into, that you didn't ask to be in, that you did not have a say in the way that it was built. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can have a say, because this is as much your world as it is their world. But it takes the collective coming together. It takes us little people, us everyday average human beings, coming together and saying that we're not going to take this anymore. We're not going to accept this anymore, because this is not living. What is the point of being alive if all we ever do is work and stare at a screen? And now I completely understand the irony that I am saying all of this to you on a screen right now. Social media has also been a great tool for helping us have a voice, helping us get information out there. It is time to actually start using the tool, the resource of social media to spread truth and awareness and help the collective wake up to the corruption and to stand up against it. I know the videos of cute dogs, the fun dances, the jokes. I know all of it's fun, but those quick dopamine hits are exactly what are holding you back. They're exactly what are preventing you from experiencing true happiness in your life, because it is depleting all of the serotonin and dopamine from your brain in these quick little hits, similar to drug use, that doesn't last. It's why you're constantly seeking for more. And they know that. That's why they're using your own brain chemistry against you with this algorithm. If you want to fight back, spread the word. Use your voice. If you want to fight back, say no. Tell others to say no. Organize unity in saying no. Stand together. Support your brothers and sisters. Build a community. You want to get off grid, but you can't get away. You don't have the resources. Read a book. Because they can't track you via an algorithm if you're reading a physical book. And that's exactly why they are banning books and burning books. They don't want you to be outside of their realm of control. They're listening to everything you say on your phone. They're tracking everything you're doing on your phone. They point the finger at different people, different entities for collecting data, but they're collecting your data. Everybody's collecting your data. This world's madness. It's just absolutely insane. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not lazy. I see the truth. You're not lazy. You know the truth in your heart, in your soul. Help others see the truth. Speak the truth. Don't let them silence you, because that's exactly how they continue to get away with it. Stay curious and question everything.